We're going back 3 wide as we keep working our way through every single NFL draft and grading them based on college football 25. As always, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Let us know what you want to see. Gentlemen, today it's the defending champs. And as we know now, the cover athlete of Madden is on this team. So it's pretty appropriate that today is the day we get to record the Philadelphia Eagles draft. And TD, we start off in the first round. Now, again, a lot of these, we were kind of talking before the show that you almost got to judge these as 1 round later than they actually are because it's a lot of picks at the tail end. This is pick number 31 in the first round. We got Jihad Campbell out of the University of Alabama. 90 overall middle linebacker and 90 speed at linebacker. TD, that's got to be a great guy to just have in the center of that defense.
The Super Bowl champion starting off here. And yeah, like you know me, I cannot stand to see a slow linebacker out there. And I don't think we've seen a 90 speed linebacker yet, really. So the fact you get a 6'3", 90 speed linebacker. I know it's only 90 overall, but like you mentioned, end of the first round, a 32nd pick. Like that is a 31 pick. That is a steal here for a 90 speed, 6'3" linebacker. Let's take a look at some of these ratings he has. And this is a guy too, middle linebacker. You can put him at outside linebackers. You got 83 finesse, 85 block shed, 72 power move. So he has like some outside linebacker abilities as well. 91 pursuit. This is a great pick here.
Yeah, 80 zone coverage, so he does hit that 80 threshold. User, house call, bouncer, and wrap up. A couple abilities. Nothing over the top. You're not looking at any plats, but nice for a middle linebacker.
I mean, listen, let's be real. This guy right here, he's probably one of the best lurker linebackers that you have in the game because we know you can't put safeties at linebackers. When you're playing this game, this is who you're lurking with. You're playing college football 25. Campbell is your guy. He has the speed, and that's really what matters, and he has the sight, but he has the size. If you look at his abilities, he has bronze house call, bronze bouncer, then that silver wrap-up. Regardless, I'm going to tell you, he's a dog in college 25. He's going to be a dog in Madden. And listen, the richer just got richer. Eagles, this is a great pick. I look at it like you said, this is a second rounder, and you look at all his stats, his attributes. Man, this is a great pick. This is an A pick in my mind.
And by the way, if there's somebody, TD, we know this, Howie Roseman knows how to draft. And there's somebody that's going to get the most out of Jihad Campbell, who did fall down draft boards. This is somebody who was kind of projected mid-round pick. I think the Eagles' defense somehow just got a little better. And then in the second round, final pick of the second round, they go to Austin, Texas, hook 'em, Andrew Makuba, strong safety, 6', 190, zone safety. 6', 91 speed. Usually the first thing you look at is that gold knockout. Great for a safety.
Absolutely. That's the best defense ability on the game, and you're expecting him to have knockout when he steps into John Football Madden. And you look at him, he has speed and he has size. This is another good pick, and you're talking about basically this is a third-round pick. This is a third-round pick, Ty. Let's be honest. Yep. I know how you want to grade him, but this is the third-round pick. You look at the abilities, the gold knockout, silver ball count, ball hawk, and he came from, hook 'em horns.
Hook 'em.
He's a baller. He's a baller, man. I like this pick.
And you see it right there. He gets that 90 threshold zone coverage. That is massive. He's a little bit undersized at 6', 190. I like my safety's a little bit more meat on the bone. I like him a little bit bigger out there. But 6', 190. That does the job. And you mentioned it, the gold KO, the gold knockout, we got the ball. Those are my 2 favorite abilities in this game at the safety position. And that defense, that secondary for the Eagles, you already got Cooper DeJean, you got Quinion Mitchell, you throw in Makuba back there, you draft Jihad Campbell. This Eagles defense looking phenomenal once again.
You like your safeties with a little more meat? Is that what you said, Ty?
A little meat on the bone.
So, man, our entire TikTok and YouTube shorts is just going to be Tyler Davis. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that we were all on the same page because that one caught me off guard. We go to the 4th round, and we've got out of the University of Nebraska, Ty Robinson. Now, he was drafted as a defensive tackle, and you can kind of see why, TD. 6'6", 310. I know he's listed as a D end in this game, but definitely will play more at DT at the second level. 83 overall, probably not going to blow anyone away, but 93 strength at 6'6". Shout out to Gilbert, Arizona. Awareness. Yeah, he's aware. He's aware of what's going on.
It said he ran the fastest 40 time out of all D tackles.
And they had 66 finesse move.
So what's the block shed, though? That's critical here for a D tackle.
90.
Hey, not terrible.
89
overall.
Power move, 90 block shed.
What round was this again? This
is
was
4th.
It's okay. It's fine.
It's solid.
Yeah. I mean, you might as well say
option
fifth
just.
round, but-
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's basically fifth round. Let's be. I mean, this
Yeah.
one was actually early in the fourth round, but and user. I mean, abilities wise, option disruptor. If they run more option, they do defend the option. But you know, not bad.
It's a solid pick. I would give this about a C grade right here.
Yeah.
Maybe about a C.
They don't
plus, you know what I'm saying?
really
'Cause
need
it's
them, right?
awareness.
You got Jalen Carter, you got Jordan Davis. They have
Depth
like a
on the
stacked
line.
D-line already, so like
You got depth on the line. I don't hate that. We go to the fifth round, pick 7 of the fifth round, and somebody who I'm going to put on my candidates as elite names. Okay, you talk about some of the best names in football. How about Mac McWilliams? I mean, talk about a powerhouse name for Mr. McWilliams. Unfortunately, Ty, that might be the only good thing because he's 5'10", and his only ability is a pass rush ability, but it does come in with 90 speed.
yeah, always interesting when you see these DBs with the quick jump ability. Like it doesn't make a lot of sense, but only 5'10", only 90 speed. I feel like he's a little disrespected again. 4.41 in the 40-yard dash. I'd like to see him at least 92, 93 speed, and then we'd be talking here. So it's kind of underwhelming.
They gave him quick jump ability. That's what for that 4.41. He ran that 4.4 in the 40. Gave him quick jump ability. Hey, put him in your slot blitz.
Yes. Send him on a couple slot blitzes. Okay.
82 man, 78 zone. I mean, I think the biggest thing you look at, we talk about that 6'1" is where you want to be. 5'10" at 90 speed. I don't think anybody is going to be.
But like user said, so say you got Cooper DeGino outside, you got Quinion Marshall on the other side, you put Mac McWilliams, greatest name in college football, you put him in the slot, send him on some blitzes. I kind of like that.
I almost see him more as that. Like you go to some of those power. I mean, especially the D line that the Eagles have with their linebacking core. Who, by the way, we don't talk enough about that linebacking core has enough speed to go back into coverage. This might just be like almost a outside linebacker style position where you're just setting him on the pass rush. Certainly, Mr. McWilliams, elite name, and maybe we'll be able to live up to that as a pass rushing slot corner in Philly. We stay in the fifth round, pick number 25. 3 fifth round picks, by the way, for the Philadelphia Eagles. And we go defense once again. It is linebacker time, so we get to find out if Tyler Davis is going to be mad or not. It is Smile London Jr., 89 speed. I see a smile there from Mr. Davis.
Well, look, you know, what I found out now is that the Philadelphia Eagles, they follow the Tyler Davis draft strategy. They draft fast linebackers. I don't see any other teams drafting all these fast linebackers. The Eagles do it consistently year in, year out, and look at this. 89 speed. 6'3", 3 abilities there. Obviously, he sees a pass coverage type linebacker, more of a middle linebacker, in my opinion, with the house call rob or wrap up. Doesn't have the greatest pass rush ratings here. 70 power, 77 finesse, 70 block, but 90 tackle. Like this guy is solid in the middle. So you got Campbell in the first round. Then you get Mundon here later in the draft. You got 2 speed linebackers. This is like the draft heaven for me. I love this.
Yeah, and you know, this is their fit. You know, you saw them add Nakobe Dean, another fast linebacker that can cover.
Another bulldog.
You know what you can see what they're building over there and why they've been so successful.
I mean, if there's one thing Howie Roseman love is somebody from the University of Georgia. They're building that defense with some dogs. Now we get to head up to Tyler Davis's neck of the woods, and we get to find out if a Boston College player is worth it here in college football 25 as they go on the offensive line, and they go with Drew Kendall. Here's my concern, TD.
I like the abilities, though.
I like the abilities. 6'4", 299, fairly undersized, and for an interior offensive lineman, I'm going to go to user for this one. How many interior offensive linemen not just are sub 300 pounds, but only 81 strength?
Yeah, that's going to be tough. I'm going to tell you one thing about it. We're going to know whether or not in practice whether he's going to be able to start or not, because he got some dogs on the other side. Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis, they're not going to play with him in practice. That 81 strength, it don't matter. You got all these bronze ability, pocket shield, play action shield, quick drop. You better have all that, because with that 81 strength, I'm going to tell you right now, you got some dogs that you got to practice against. I don't think he'll ever make it to Sunday, but, you know, he's solid. With the fifth round, late fifth round, 168.
That's fine. He's got some balanced ratings.
If there's one thing that works for him, Ty, you talk about scheme fits. For the Eagles who run mostly a zone run scheme, you need some agility on that offensive line for some of those blocking schemes. And getting to that second level, the ability to get to linebackers throw block, he could fit. I almost wonder if he slots in more at a guard that's going to do more pulling than anything versus a center. I know he played center. His dad played center, 13-year All-Pro at center. This just sort of feels like he goes more at the guard position than he does at the center.
Yeah, a lot of things here. First of all, you go into the Eagles, who've had the best offensive line in football for, the last 5-10 years. So you know he's going to learn behind some greats. Jason Kelce's gone, but you got Cam Jurgens, you got Lane Johnson.
Jason Kelce's at damn near every game. I mean, he might still be there.
Yeah, he'll still be in the building to learn from. You got one of the best offensive line coaches out there in Philadelphia. And like you said, he's a guy that can learn. It's a late-round pick. Also, you gotta learn how to do the tush push. It might be banned, might not be banned. I don't know if it's still around though. You gotta be able to learn to do the tush push here for Jalen Hurts.
It did not get banned. It did not get banned, and the people who voted against banning the tush push aren't very good at the tush push, so maybe they need to practice. I'm just saying, the Browns voted not to ban, the Lions voted not to ban the tush push, and I don't think I've seen Jared Goff run one.
Yeah.
So I would love to know the thinking behind that, but whatever. We go to the 6th round now, and it's 4 6th-round picks.
Your quarterback, Mr. Mizesko.
It is not. He actually plays for a different team now, Kyle McCord. In terms of need, I guess he's a backup to Jalen Hurts, so that helps. Kenny Pickett's gone. Now Kyle McCord slots right in. I'll be honest, man. And this is not just because Kyle McCord threw one of the worst interceptions I've ever seen to effectively end Ohio State's hope to come back against Michigan 2 years ago. This is not because I kind of think he looks like Daniel Jones every time he's around there. This is not because Syracuse fans, oh, look how good Kyle McCord is. Yeah, and you lost 3 games and Ohio State won a national championship. I don't really care how good he is. But I'll say this, user, we've seen a lot of quarterbacks go in this. We saw Shedeur Sanders, who Mr. Davis said wasn't a particularly good pick, go in the 5th round. As a 6th-round pick, it's fairly underwhelming.
Yeah, I mean, he does have the gold sleight of hand. He has the silver dots. You look at his overall rating in the 6th round, 87 pick. Now, I understand you got a lot of knocks on him. A lot of knocks. And then there's a lot of history there, too. A lot of history, a lot of baggage. But me, not being an Ohioander, you know what I'm saying, or Ohioan,
Did you say an Ohioander?
Yeah, Ohioander.
That's what I'm calling it now. Okay, I'm here.
You know what I'm saying? His overall rating isn't bad for a 6th-round pick. I would say that's solid. Definitely 87 overall in the 6th round. Like you said, he's not going to be starting anytime soon. 93
throw power, doesn't hit 90 threshold for mid or deep accuracy, which, having watched him, is fair. Here's the bigger question, Ty. A 75 speed quarterback for a team that runs as much read option and zone reads as it is? Like, what's the thought here fit-wise?
Well, first of all, I was going to say, the few times I have used Syracuse, I've actually subbed in Michael Johnson Jr., the backup quarterback, 92 speed. This guy's like Vic out there.
He's got platinum magician.
So, yeah, I've subbed him in. Good times I've used Syracuse here. But to be fair, Kyle McCord, he did lead college football in passing yards. He had a lot of touchdowns, interception. His ratio was good. He really performed well for Syracuse. Like, this is a guy you bring in, maybe you develop. He's going to be the backup of Jalen Hurts, probably even the 3rd string. I don't even know who their regular backup is, but I'm sure he'll come in and compete, and you try to develop him. But this is kind of a project pick. Probably will never honestly play on Sundays, but it's fine. Good. As far as the game goes, pretty good overall, so not bad.
I was just looking up. I was like, who? Because it was Kenny Pickett.
Mm-hmm.
Who do they have on their depth chart?
Tanner McKee.
I'm sorry, who?
Yeah.
And they have DTR. Browns legend.
Oh, they got all your quarterbacks over there.
Former UCLA Bruin, Dorian Thompson-Robinson.
Cleveland Brown, great.
Well, Cleveland Brown. He definitely played for the Cleveland Browns. 6th round, we stay there, and we got Miles Hinton, left tackle, 6'6", 342 user. Big dog, 83 overall, 92 strength. Not bad value here in the 6th round.
Yeah, not bad. And you see he has 2 silver abilities, outside shield, option shield. And that's when you're going to the Eagles, those are the abilities that you need, because Jalen Hurts and their run game, they're going to be trying to run the option. They're going to be trying to run RPOs and get to that outside edge. And, I think he's a good pick, especially for the 6th round, still have some silver abilities. It's not a bad pick.
I do wonder, Ty, this definitely is a run blocker more than a pass blocker. He only hits 80 on the pass block, but 86 run block, 88 power, 90 run block finesse. Great for that zone concept that the Eagles run.
Yeah, I mean, this dude is halfway to 400 pounds. Like, this dude is a unit. 86 run block. I like him. He's a guy, like you said, you can plug him in at the guard position, in my opinion, put him on some of those pulling runs, and lead the way for Madden cover athlete Saquon Barkley. I like this pick.
The one thing I will say we talk a lot about the disrespect. Ty likes to bring out the disrespect alarm. I will say he had not a great shuttle time, 4.96 shuttle time. So for an agile zone read concept tackle, there is some concern if he has some of that agility, especially moving laterally, but you can't judge a guy based on, as I like to say, the Pajama Olympics. You got to see how they play game time. 6th round pick. And now we got a weird one because it's Cameron Williams. Now, Tyler Davis, I need your help here. Where is he?
So let's bear a question to all our viewers out there and let us know in the comments below. If you were offered a cool $500, $600, would you allow yourself to be in the video game? Because it seems like our man Cameron Williams, he simply declined to be in the game. Hey, nothing against him. That's his choice. Me personally, I'm 21, 22 years old. I want to be in the video game. I want to use myself. So interesting, but he's not in it.
Tough call. Tough call. How do we treat this for a grade? I mean, he's not even in the game. Like, is it just, it's just a skip?
I mean, you know, the thing about it, it's a DNA. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? You can't grade him. He's not on the game. We didn't really see his production. So, I
think it's just a wash. We
a wash.
don't judge it.
Final pick for the Eagles, 33rd pick in the 6th round. And we got a steal here, user. Antoine Powell Ryland. By the way, after seeing the trailer for College Football 26, enter Sandman in the game. Lane Stadium's going to be rocking.
Let's go.
And you get, user, a gold quick jump at the end of the 6th round. Absolute overall. Beam. Absolute beam.
I mean, this is a great steal to get it to 6th round. Gold quick jump. You're talking about defensive lineman. This is the best ability on the game. He's one step away from platinum. One step away from platinum. Look at that guy right there.
95 finesse move?
Wow.
Oh, yeah. This is a steal.
Well, I got a question, though. Okay, so so far, this honestly, in the 6th round, is probably their best pick in the draft based on the video game. There's some good picks in this draft, but I think this might be their best one, and he's in the last round. So, how much does this pick alone boost up their draft stock?
I like the 2 linebackers.
Yeah, it's good. It's just like this. He could be. I don't know if he is for sure, but he could be their best pick. If not, he's tied for their best pick.
Well, I mean, is it a?
He's the highest rated.
Yeah, is it a knock on the Eagles or is it a knock on the other 31 teams because they all passed on him 6 times? 7 times, 8 times.
No,
I think I mean, we love talking about value in the 6th round.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I feel like this pick has to boost this grade a good amount.
100%. I mean, and that's where we get to at the end of this. But before we get there, let's talk some DFS and Ty. The Eagles always one of those teams that it seems like I got to spend a lot of salary cap to get their players because you've got Jalen Hurts, touchdown machine. Saquon Barkley going to be a 99 overall in Madden. Touchdown machine. You've got 2 great wide receivers in A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. It almost feels like this draft doesn't really affect a whole lot because at the end of the day, we knew the Eagles' defense was good. They really focused defensively and on the offensive line.
Yeah, well, they took a couple offensive linemen here to help Saquon. Now, I will say, I want to draft Saquon, and I want to draft him early in DFS, but I'm a little concerned. Cover athlete, might be some injuries. I don't know. We've seen it a lot.
Are you calling the Madden curse? Are you out here calling for the Madden curse?
Did you see what happened to CMC last year? I mean, it kind of happens with running backs a lot.
I mean, CMC, come on now.
A little bit concerned with that.
That man's a walking Madden curse. I got news for you. His knees are chopped liver.
But yeah, based on this draft, it is the Eagles' defense. It's loaded again. I know they lost Darius Slay, but you take another corner here, you take some fast linebackers, you get that defensive end late in the draft. You already have a stacked front 7 with the Eagles, the good secondary with DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell, like we mentioned. So Eagles' defense for me is a staple every week.
Hear me out. Kyle McCord?
No.
Kyle McCord.
We can move on.
You're gonna look like a genius if Jalen Hurts gets hurt early. Like, you're gonna look brilliant.
No, you're gonna look terrible because he's gonna be horrible.
That's fair. That's gonna be Aaron Rodgers at that point, I guess. Yeah, let's grade this one, and I don't really know where to start, user, because this was. Ty sounds, I mean, as usual, Ty sounds a little pessimistic on this one. He probably wants to give it a G or an H, somewhere below an F. I kind of think this draft is solid, if not a little unimpressive. Like, I don't know. It's got some steals in it. What do you think, user?
I think so. I'm leaning more towards a C plus B minus.
I was gonna go C plus. I like this draft. Nothing like super stands out, but I like the linebackers. I like the last pick there, and I like the safety. So
let me sell you on
go C plus.
Let me sell you on some on why B minus might be the answer. We've had a lot of C drafts so far. A lot of teams fall into that C draft. And what's the one thing we say for all these teams? It's usually, they missed on this pick. They missed on this pick. I'd like to point out, they picked out of, by the way, a volume of picks. No players with no ability. So they always got an ability on there somewhere. It seemed like everybody, I mean, they didn't have anybody below an 80 overall.
Every position they went was a guy that you could play. Like, he had the speed. Linebackers, defensive ends,
like if you were building a team in CFB 25, all those players would be usable. Like
would be usable.
Yeah,
you didn't have anybody that like, oh god, a 60 speed, right tackle or something that can't say. Like, it felt like everybody fit. It also, like, take into account who they are as a team. They drafted really well for what they want to do. To me, that puts them above all the other C teams where there was at least one pick that was, this guy has no abilities and he's 88 speed. This guy is 5'9" and with 70 zone coverage or whatever. Like, this felt like every pick was appropriate. It didn't blow us away. It wasn't good enough to get to the top tier of B. But to me, this kind of screams bottom end of B of, like, every pick we went, not bad, not bad. Like, that seems better than a C for me, especially those teams that we have in the C tier.
I agree.
We'll put it at the bottom of the B tier. We'll see if there are any other teams that can sneak in there.
Yeah, I'm not against it. B minus.
Let's say, hey, good job, Eagles. I mean, the rich get richer. It must be nice to have so much privilege to win a title and have a solid draft. As always, guys, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Let us know what you guys want to see as we continue going through. Work our way through these NFL drafts. New division next. Stay tuned.